We got you now, bro.
Why you making it so tough on us, bro?
Witam Was bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku, ekskluzywnym odcinku Kultur Maniaka. Dzisiaj moim gościem jest wyjątkowy aktor z Marvela, czyli Carlos Alberto Navarro.
Muy bien.
Welcome into my channel. Today I have very special guests in Kultur Maniak. Carlos Alberto Navarro from The Walking Dead, Marvela Hawkeye, The Prison Break 2. Yes?
That's right. That's right.
Great.
And you did your research.
Yes. Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Great. So how you feel about be the part that big Marvel family and especially the Marvel Cinematic Universe to be now probably the biggest movie franchise in the world. So how do you feel for that?
Feels amazing. Feels absolutely amazing from top to bottom, from the fan perspective. I love all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and just the fact that you're interviewing me, I'm sure you're a big just Marvel fan in general. So you take that and then you add it to the acting, my career side, which is like I always wanted to be a part of Marvel. Come on, it's like the top of the heap, So then you do that, and then you get to play a character like Enrique of the Tracksuit Mafia, bro, and it was a lot of fun. So, dream come true.
Wakey, wakey, bro.
It's a nice place you got here. Not creepy at all.
Hey, you kid. I know you kid. So don't kid, okay? Because it was getting very hard to find place. No? Old warehouses being converted into lofts, so how can I get something better? No,
Bro.
Come on, bro. But he's criticizing.
Okay.
Look, guys, I'm not who you think I am.
And the part of the Tracksuit Mafia is Polish, so
That's
we
right.
are very proud.
Let me tell you how much I love the Polish people and Poland. Can I have a moment to say this, please?
Of course. We have a lot of time.
All right. So Piotr Adamczyk, who is a legend from what I see in Poland, okay, from playing the Pope to obviously now Tomas, is one of my dear friends. We got to really know each other over the 5 months that we worked together. Very deep, close. What an amazing man who opened up my eyes to Poland. Not like I ever didn't like Poland. It was just I'm like, oh, Poland, okay, I've never been there. And he told me about the Polish people, and he told me about the culture, and he told me how proud he is to be Polish, and he never acted like he was this massive star over there. But slowly but surely, me and Alex and for all the whole tracks, we were like, dude, you're like the man over there. Like, everybody knows you.
You must have came to Poland someday, I think.
I want to so bad. And then in the midst of this, and how do you pronounce your name?
Me?
How do you pronounce your name?
Matthew. Mateusz.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Mateusz. Like that? Mateusz? Okay, cool. I want to say it right because I always tried to get Piotr. Like it was like there's a way to say Piotr. And so Mateusz. It was so since it's come out, that's the Polish fans have been some of the best fans supporting. So like I definitely want to go to Poland, and obviously with what's happening in the world right now and the humanity and the love that the Polish people are shown to the fleeing Ukrainians is something to be really admired and respected.
We kidnapped you, rozumiesz? You are our hostage now, rozumiesz to?
Well,
I don't mind what happened when Hawkeye comes out in Poland. Then you are be so popular. I hope the summer this year comes out.
It's not out yet. It's
No,
not even
no,
out yet
no.
in Poland. What? That's crazy. So how are they watching it?
Maybe use VPN. I tell you one story. You know, in the first time when Disney Plus launched in the US, I sing on this streaming service, and I buy the VPN. I must to use the PayPal because Polish cards it doesn't work, and I log in and play The Mandalorian. This is the first original series, and I'm shocked that I check list of the languages and Polish languages up there. So I think the Polish premiere is soon, maybe reach Western Europe, but does it not happen now? And I hear the earning calls when Bob Chapek said Disney Plus in Central and the Eastern Europe is the summer 2022. That's so wow.
You're like, yeah,
yes,
you guys haven't been able to see any of the unless you have a VPN. You really can't see anything. Well, what are you guys up to date with? Do you have Boba Fett? Do you have like what's just come out?
WandaVision, Loki.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So many things, but this summer is. But
oh my gosh! Well, people in Poland are gonna freak out to see Tomasz in such a great part speaking. I mean, that's huge. That's so exciting.
Yes, we waiting almost 3 years. That's it's crazy. But Piotr is very popular in Poland, so we are laughing because he played the Pope, and now it's the mafia, Trackside Mafia. So,
I know. You know, I really, I mean, I wish next time I'll get Piotr to come with me and we'll do this together, you know, because he is just a gentleman. Yeah, he will do it in 2 seconds. He's a busy man. He's a movie star, man. That dude is all around the world shooting different things and really represents Poland well, I thought. I think all of us, you know, I play the more New York Enrique tracksuit, and then you got Alex, who plays the more Russian type, and then Kazi who's not one of the bros, you know, but he's from Ireland. They really found us all throughout the world and put us together, which I think that's why it really worked.
For me, the Marvel is like dreams come true. You know, he can get me the mask, the scroll, the suit, and I can play anything.
I'm there.
But tell me, how you get this job? You go to the casting?
So the way it works is like this. You get an agent, right? And your agent, you know, I have several agents. They work in different regions. Some are in LA, some are in Atlanta. And then they submit you for stuff. And then certain casting directors end up knowing who you are. Well, one of the casting directors remembered me from, I think, Bloodline or something like that. And they said, hey, we want to see you audition. But it didn't say anything about the part. It just said Marvel. It's a big part, but there was no indication of like, you know, what show or movie. So the scene they gave us was the scene where actually the Imagine Dragons part, where Tomasz is like talking to Haley about, you know, Imagine Dragons. Well, that's the same thing that we all read for, and you know, read it, forgot about it because it was a Marvel thing, and I was like, yeah, if I get that one, that'd be pretty amazing. But and thankfully it worked out because it was just one of those, you know, dream gigs. Especially this, you know, since you've seen the rest of the shows, they all are great. I love each one individually for different reasons, but to play this kind of fun, silly villain, you know, with my dudes, my bros, you know, it's just like you can't beat it in this series, which ended up being amazing as well.
So this is Tracksoid Mafia family is your friendship now. So you not only get the money, but the relationship too. So this is so.
I tell you, you're so right. It's like, these are my bros. We stay in contact all the time. We're all, to this day, we talk all the time. Especially during the premiere when we were in LA together. We spent a lot of time together, and you can see it on the show because we would talk about the characters. Hey, how are we
Yes,
going to
I
make
see
this
this
the best?
connection. This is amazing.
Thank you. We did it because we're all fans, especially me. I would say me and Kazi, me and Fra, probably the biggest fans of Marvel. And we were just like, we got to get this right. People are excited to see these characters. We got to bro it up. We got to be silly. We got to improv, because a lot of it was improv and just playing off of each other. And that doesn't happen with every movie or TV show. It really doesn't. Like, sometimes you work a show and you're cool with the people. You got no problems. But you end up, this is a friendship we'll have forever.
Great. So the first time, if you play in the Marvel, the villains, you are imagine maybe that's be Doctor Doom or Kang. Yes?
Yeah, we for
that.
sure.
Galactus.
Yeah. Honestly, we didn't know. They told us we needed to be fitted for costumes. We didn't know what the costumes were. It was so secretive that I literally was flying to New York and I only knew my name, and that was about it. And you're a bad guy. And I'm like, okay. I didn't know where I fit in. I didn't know what show it was. I didn't know if it was She-Hulk or the one. And then I was like, okay. And then I realized, oh, you're the Tracksuit Mafia. When you're one of the main, like, okay. And then I started, I'm like, oh, damn, when I went and found the comic. So it was very natural. They weren't like, you're Tracksuit Mafia. But I knew it wasn't going to be, obviously like a Thanos type character. I knew it was going to be something street level, knowing the world. And so, I got lucky, I guess.
Yes, do you think the Darkseid Mafia come back soon? Maybe in the second season, Hawkeye, maybe Adventures for Kate Bishop, series Echo? Yes.
Echo, yeah. I hope so. Obviously, I would love to get a little bit more time with the bros, and I think the fans would dig it. But I leave it in the hands of Feige. He loved us. He was super cool with me. He was great, amazing man. So I look at it like, if Daddy's happy with it, he wants to put it somewhere, he'll bring us all back together. He just has to make a call. So Charlie.
So maybe Thunderbolts group. Maybe John Walker.
I think
U.S. agent is there. So
yeah, I think we're like a unique little part that you can put us in some different fun, knowing the multiverse, knowing what they're doing, and knowing kind of how we didn't die. People think that we got shrunk in the owl thing at the end. That wasn't us. They think that's us. I don't know. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
The Piotr say the Jeremy Renner inviting you all on the cast of Hawkeye on the party of own house. That's true?
Now, that was the day before I got there. That was literally the day before I got there, and then we all went to New York. So I missed that fun little Thanksgiving. They told me about it the next day. I didn't even know Piotr or Alex then. We all met in New York City. They had flown into Atlanta where they started, and then everybody kind of met there, and then we flew out to New York. That was the first round of shooting. And I didn't meet the guys until I was literally on a bus. We had flown there in the heat of COVID, the worst time of COVID, like 2020, the end of 2020, So the city was all dead and weird, and I didn't get
that old.
Oh yeah, it was weird, and I didn't meet Piotr. Well, I saw him on the plane, but I didn't know. I didn't know until we were going to wardrobe, and I was like, "Hey, man, nice to meet you." And then our friendship blossomed from there.
Great. And 5 months you recording that movies?
Yes, 5 months.
Whoa.
Yeah. From Atlanta, New York, and then we ended up. The premiere was in LA. it was a whirlwind of massive filmmaking. You know, nothing of it was like, it felt like a TV show. Everything felt like a giant movie. And it was just fantastic.
And you are waiting every week and the next episode watching.
Yeah. It was, I was watching it right along with everybody else. You know, I've seen the whole timeline with my daughter, and it was just so cool to oh, here we are. Here's our part in the universe. And I was surprised. I was surprised with a bunch of stuff, because there's so much of the shot that I wasn't a part of, that I didn't want to find out either. That I was like, oh, so I'm sitting at home, the whole, like, oh, dang, you know, it's all the parts, and the parts they made are a million times better.
Okay, and tell me, you are working to the many different series and movies, The Walking Dead, The Person Break. I think the top secret level in the Marvel Studios is too much higher. So how you feel for that working, that's too many difference to working to the Person Break or the Marvel Studios Hawkeye?
The only difference is, I would say, Marvel goes by its own pace.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, like, some shows, like, we can't do this because of budget, we can't do this because of that. Like, I never heard that with Marvel. It was always like, we just have to get the right shot. And some days we would go to shoot, and it'd be me and the bros, and we wouldn't shoot anything, because they were just they were finishing something else.
He can do it everything he wants?
Yeah, they do what they want. You know, imagine, you know, that your product, your movie, your art creates $1 billion every time you do it. You know, like, that's insane to think about it, but like, it essentially does. Like, look at Spider-Man No Way Home. So they don't do it by like, we got to finish by this, and then they're like, no, we'll finish it when it's done. And so, yeah, I mean, most shows, you go to a TV show, any TV show, and if you work a couple of days or a week on it or whatever, they're like, hey man, we gotta get this done. No, we're not gonna. We gotta get this done. With Marvel, it was never like that, and I liked it. And they would always be like,
so you must do shooting that many times if everything will be great, good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've done this before. They know what they're doing, and that was actually the biggest thing. Was like, we would sit around and be like, man, are we doing something where we haven't worked today? You know, like, it's just the Marvel way. It's nothing against you guys. Nothing against. So we would work extra days, and like I said, they were so kind to us. Like, sorry guys, we didn't get to you today. We're in our trailer, chilling, relaxing, watching. Dude, like, no, we're good. If you just let us know, we're the tracksuit. We were doing what the tracksuit mafia would be doing in their hideout in our trailers, waiting to be shot.
So great. Tell us, it's now you have some projects in development when we see you, to some new movie series or something?
You know, right now, it's always that part of the time when you're just there's a lot of different projects right now that could pop off that fortunately you will hear about, but I can't talk about. But I am.
It is not
really
the next chapter of Jurassic World, because you have
maybe. No.
Maybe.
I may be. You know, this is who I am, man. I love movies. I love TV shows. This is like just the random shirt I had on. Steven Spielberg. I'll tell you that would be a dream come true to work with the Steven Spielberg. Those are pretty high dreams, but I've already reached a lot of these, and
so maybe
and
that's dream come true. We hope.
I wouldn't doubt it. I want you and all your listeners to know this. I'm just a kid from Castleberry, Florida. I don't have anybody in the business. I don't have an uncle that's a cinematographer. I don't have a dad my dad was an insurance salesman from Peru. My mom was from Cuba who worked for the government. I didn't have any connection. I just wanted to be a part of it. So every day I just worked at it just a little bit here and there, and I would fall off, but I would get back on. But I always had the dream of being on these sets, of seeing the cameras, of meeting the people. And I kept that focus. So while that's my dream, don't think that you can't achieve yours. Don't ever think that. It is totally possible. You just can't give up on yourself or your own dream. That's it.
That's so motivations. And I see your videos, so yesterday?
Yes.
Probably yes.
Yeah. Personal development, really helping people get their mindset and live in the present moment is one of my passions. That's actually what I'm really focusing on right now is getting out there and talking to people about really connecting with themselves and living in this present moment and not living with anxiety and stress and guilt and worry. Because as we all know, life can change in a moment. And you can be living this beautiful life in the middle of the Ukraine, enjoying what we all enjoy every day.
Yes, we have
and then,
the war behind the borders. So.
And there's a lot of people that were waiting to do something when they were happier, or I'll do this a year from now, or I'm not good enough. And now they're going, oh my God, my whole life is ripped up because of a madman in Russia. And I didn't jump on those opportunities. So whatever it is that you want to do, you got to do it now, and you got to do it with real energy behind it. And that's something I really feel like I'm kind of meant to do, is to help people connect with that.
Yes. Tell us, do you remember some sneak peeks, some funny things about the Hawkeye, some behind scenes, something like that? Can you tell us something more?
Yes, every day there was something fun and new and exciting, and for me, I never missed an opportunity to soak it in. So when the scene, let's say with the Molotov cocktails, where we're sitting there and kind of scary enough, but making these Molotov cocktails, throwing them, and there's Jeremy, Hawkeye in the window, and we're throwing stuff at him, and he's throwing stuff, and we're laughing, and it just made me realize we're kids playing these parts that we get to do and have fun, and just taking that moment. And there's multiple things, from just having fun on set and seeing Haley for the first time in the Kate Bishop outfit was the big car chase scene. And I hadn't seen her in the outfit. I'd seen her in some other stuff, but not the proper, Kate, Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. So I'm in the car, we're waiting to shoot, and then she walks by, and I'm like, Haley! And she's like, what close? I'm like, you're a freaking superhero, man! And she's like, I know, it's crazy, right? So, I think that's why it came off so well. It's because nobody there was like, I'm Hawkeye, I'm Traction Mafia, we're supposed to. Everybody's like, no, this is great. And that energy transferred.
Oh, no. Get out.
You're dead! Come on,
Told you.
Yeah.
Get in front of him! Get in front of him!
Hang on.
Arrow does! Trust me!
Come on, let's go!
I wanted to talk.
That's something like Yelena in the series say to Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop, you are very funny.
I'll tell you something about Yelena. I'll tell you something about Florence, okay? So
Great.
This happened before Black Widow came out, okay? Yeah. So before Black Widow, this was right when it was coming out. But so I hadn't seen it. And obviously in Black Widow, Yelena has a huge part in it. That's where we get introduced to her.
Yeah.
And she was amazing. She was amazing. I didn't really know Florence Pugh. I knew some of her stuff, but I wasn't very aware of her. But I'm in the makeup trailer one day, and I'm sitting there and doing my thing, talking with Ashley, our makeup. And here comes Florence, and she walks by, and she's tiny. She's tiny, like this big, And I see her for a quick second through the makeup. She's like, hello, lovely, hello. You know, she's British. Yeah, say hello. And she brought cookies. I brought cookies for everyone. I brought here. I'm like, oh, sweet. And she goes and she sits down. And I'm getting my makeup. And I'm looking, I'm like, what the hell is she doing here? Yeah, and, I was like, and I didn't say anything because I was like, well, I guess she's part of the story somehow. I didn't get all that script. I only got my scripts and my stuff. And she was just so sweet and so kind. And that's really all I saw of her. I was like, hey, nice to meet you, Ford. Cool. Hey, I played. She's like, oh, yeah, you do wonderful. And so I'm just like rooting her on. So the second she came on the screen, I was like, yeah. So there's plenty of that.
Yes, I like her because she has probably familiar accent. I am.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, let's see, the High Line. High Line is great. There's a Christmas market, Union Square. I'm not quite sure those are the right fit for the bloodthirsty vigilante type.
That bloodthirsty vigilante. Sometimes you're funny, Kate Bishop.
Do you keep saying my whole name just to point out that you know it?
Yes. I know a lot about you.
You're really Natasha's sister.
Yes.
Wow, I did not see that coming. Like, thank God I didn't kill you up there.
You kill me again. Oh, Kate Bishop, you are so funny. That's hilarious. That one is the funniest.
Natasha and Clint were friends. Why are you after him?
You are so fond of him.
And maybe you can say, but if you play to the Marvel Studios, you get a lot of money too. You are a rich man now.
I'm so rich I could buy Amazon right now. No, you know what? They take care of you. They take care of you. They definitely take care of their actors, I say. And I have no complaints in that department.
So great. So the final questions. What do you wish on the future about your job, about your private life, and who do you want to play so much? The Spielberg you tell.
Yes. What I hope with my Marvel career is I hope, get another time to get back in the universe with my bros and just whatever you want to do, Kevin. You want to put us with the Ant-Man people, go for it. You want to put us in the with Daredevil, go for it. I feel good that will happen. Who knows if it will, but I feel good it will. My personal life, I really hope to continue helping people, you know, get into the right mindset of passing on the good word of positive energy. I pray and hope for my family to thrive, my daughters, my wife to be healthy. That's my number one. Like everything kind of circles around my family and me. That's like the
so
nucleus,
important, of course.
You know, and I'm very fortunate that I kind of am able to do this. You know, I have a radio show and I have my family, and I'm able to, with the magic of technology, I'm talking to you in Poland right now. You know, it's so crazy. And then lastly, you know, just in general, I hope that we can, as a society, just come to a much more understanding place. And a very specific, I hope the war in Ukraine can end soon enough and stop the bloodshed.
We hope so, and we pray for the Ukraine.
Yes, absolutely.
Tornado in your Orlando, yes? I see that.
Yeah, it was weird. I live in Florida, so Florida's a weird state. And out of nowhere yesterday, out of nowhere, it was like this little mini tornado knocked out the tree here, and my power was out, my cable was out. It was insane. I'd actually seen a lot of weather stuff living here, but yeah, it was bad. It could have been very bad, but we're all safe. And you know what? That's what you got to do. In those crazy situations, you look at it, and if you're okay, you got to look at it and go like, wow, if I would have stepped this way, that tree would have been on me. You know, it's so crazy. So I'm just very grateful that I'm okay.
I have a big ask for you.
Sure.
When you talk conversation with Kevin Feige, tell him, I think I can be one of them. to Detroit
I think-
Mafia.
Absolutely. You got the look. You got the feel. You got to give me a mean face, though. You got to give me a tough face. Let me see the tough face. Come on. That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. I can see it. You know what, bro?
I have
talk to
potential.
Kevin. Yeah. You got the Polish storm, too. You know?
Great. So I wish you the health for you and for family. I hope you come
Hey, bro.
to Poland and we can talk face to face.
If I come to Poland, we'll set it up, and I gotta go because Piotr was like, Carlos, you have to stay at my house, please. I want you to bring your girls and stay. He has a beautiful house out
You want
there.
to
he told
say
me.
something to Poland, to Piotr? I
Yes.
think he watches
Yes.
it.
Yeah, of course he will. Piotr, I love you. You're my brother forever. And if you were here right now, I'd give you the biggest hug. And I love you and your wife and your dogs. And you're my bro forever. To all the people in Poland, you are an amazing, strong, beautiful culture and people that I've learned more about in the last 2 years than I have my entire life. And I will be in Poland because you know what, bro? We don't call it Poland. We call it Broland, okay? Because there's so many bros in Broland, okay? Come on.
Okay, great. So thank you very much. Luck in your life. And I think everything will be fine and great. And
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
dreams
Same to you.
come true. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.